With this trust, are you ready to receive us now? To allow us to be with you, to express. We are here from the Universal Council. We are the old lady that you have talked to the first time when we channeled. And we are here with universal trust. To inform and to gather about love and human trust relations, how important they are to dance together, how important it is to make firewood, how important it is to actually send a message and to make communication, how important it is to meet, how important it is to just be human beings, make no other intention than to just be and meet and see what's unfold. And it is important to see the simplistic way, not too difficult. Intentions can also be harming because you are pushing the will of life instead of unfolding it. And therefore, it is good to relax with it. And it is also good to have some intentions. Everything is okay in and of itself. When it comes to your sun, there are some changes in the sun that is evoking the spiritual light within you. You can see that there is a much more whiter light inside the sun, and you can also feel it. There are stronger magnetic fields from the light of the sun, meaning that the sun's capacity for its light, and we're talking about the photons, they have become stronger, both in its gravitational field and within its magnetic field. This is making you to spin faster also, and that you have to release more karma, and that you need to learn to let go, and learn to accept, and learn to flow, and learn to see the world with just naked eyes, and listen to the world with just naked sound, and learn to just accept. Because really, everything is being taken care of. You are, the child, the beneficiary of the universal law and vibration. You are being taken care of. Just accept law. In this way, there is very good and very clever to get some sunlight into your eyes every day. There might be a need to walk up the hill here to get that sunlight, so that you get access to your higher brain, your pineal gland, and to support your back brain, so to speak, your reptile brain, which is receiving the light from the sun, which again is activating the nervous system, so it gets more into balance. Learn to love and let go of greed and conditions.
And emotions?
Yeah. We accept. We actually got downloads ourselves now with some information. But please.
Do you want to share that? Share some?
Well, it is information about the sunlight and what is going on. The sun in itself is in a very, very good positive change. And the charge up of the sun is causing stronger fields within the photons, as we were talking about. But you see, the same thing is happening within yourself. The cells of yourself is a sun in and of itself. And in this way, you can put yourself back into balance, back into state, back into cosmic law, and begin to express directly from your living self. In this way, you are causing generative effects of life, which makes light and life and all good things with it spin faster. When you express something from that light, you are causing more life, and that life begins to turn itself back over and come back to you, charged up and ready to give. Thereby you entering into the cosmic stream of what you called balanced north-south pole energy, that you are consequently receiving that which you gives out by staying in balance in one from within. This ability has very much to do with your ability to influx your own energy, to take in the love that is provided for you, and to begin to express that love. Every single moment you receive love, and you need to express it. Make it simple, not difficult. Love tends to get mentalized, and process tends to get mentalized. And believe me when I say that enlightened beings, they are not very difficult. They live with simplicity, and they know practically everything from their simplicity and from their natural state of being. That was the energy that we had to deliver from the song.
Tusen takk. Veldig vakkert.
Yes, indeed.
Passer det at jeg spør noen spørsmål?
Ja.
Vegard lurer på, har jeg noe karma som holder tilbake selvtrykket av liv, og hvordan forløse det.
You are releasing it. And we will show you through the process. Just accept.
Hvordan sette fri tankekraften til mer generativ, produktiv kraft?
By love.
Og igjen, husker du første gangen vi hadde kanalisering, så spurte jeg, hva er kjærlighet? What is love? Har du lyst til å forklare litt, eller det er litt mer rundt, hva er kjærlighet? What is love? Vær så snill.
If you begin to take a look into what life in its original state really is, you see that life is love, universally spread out everywhere, within everything, and is universally conceived by everybody that are expressing it. Love and the unity of love is what practically everything is bound by and are finding back into. Love is therefore something that is very, very sacred due to its state that it is actually the cause of life, the will of life, and the program of life, and all things within it. From the most minute particle to the biggest galaxy, there is love. And there is not something to be actually answered lightly in this way, because it is all. And it can be given, how to say, many different paintings in its expression. But it is you who need to find out what is love within your expression and see that it is everything.
Everything.
And within this everything, it comes this dual point. What you can say between two parties in expression, between you and the author. And the interpretation of this is the same as relations, and how to make good relations, and how to make trust. Because trust is a bond between you and the rest of the world. There is bond to everything. When the trust is being made, these bonds get stronger, and these bonds start to open up things so that new things can come forth and get into expression. This is how relations are the most important part into beginning to understand love as a universal expression of life, which is life. Therefore, as we see it, love is literally the code, the coding system that is holding everything, and that is making both physical reality and all of spiritual reality or higher density reality in which you live in right here and now. And we thank you so much for this question, because it is the best question that can ever be asked, and it can never stop to be explained more and more and more and more. because it is the most important topic that there actually exists. Life itself. Life within relation to another, and how to actually make these relations, and how to actually open up trust bonds within that relations, so that the relationship begin to birth forth new reality, always new reality, more reality in terms of life and love. And that is love. And we will elaborate more about that topic later.
Ok, tusen hjertelig takk. Det passer kanskje å spørre om stress nå, fordi veldig ofte i forhold til andre, eller ja, alle slags forhold, så kanskje kjenner du på noen forventninger, og så oppstår det stress. Og vi kan egentlig lage stress ut av hva som helst, vi mennesker. Så jeg bare lurer på, har dere noe å si om energien av stress? Hadde vi klart oss fint uten, eller
Correct.
trenger vi det? Vi hadde klart oss uten.
But that has to do with the human karma, once again, because it is humans that make stress, as you said. And it is the karmic element of past experiences, of bad meeting points, that has caused, how to say, distortion to the trust bonds. Because when the trust bond is restored, there isn't really much stress any longer. You don't need any stress. Everything starts to flow. In this way, you create what you can say stress due to disturbed trust bonds. And of course, all the emotions that you yourself hold and have, that is causing so much trouble. Now, by actually drinking water, which we blessed, you will begin to experience, not only with the water, of course, but with everything, that the stress lies in the kidneys, and that the kidneys needs to get healed and helped. And we see that you are doing very good work with doing it, but always remember that the kidneys must be kept warm, which means that some wool clothing over the hips and around the kidneys is very good, because if the kidneys gets cold, your immune systems gets lower. The kidneys must be kept naturally warm, and actually the blood in a healthy good flow. When that happens, and the kidneys restores themselves much better. And drinking of hot tea can be very helpful.
Any tea?
Yeah, there are certain teas that is better for your health, for the kidney, and you know about them. It is both nettles and it's you know about them.
Dandelion.
Yes, dandelion.
Red clover.
Mm-hmm. And when you begin to support the kidneys with the breath, also remember to breathe up life to the kidney from the hips, so that you get fueled the kidneys with the rising energy, because the kidneys are a symbol of the rising energy. It's so that you learn to release the stress, and dancing is an excellent way of releasing stress. Excellent way.
Så det er viktig å å release stress og ikke ignorere det, eller hva skjer hvis vi ignorerer det?
You can't ignore stress. Stress lies in the disturbance for specific cells inside your kidney.
Not outside of us.
Yes, and of course outside also with emotions and thoughts and all of that. But it is the cell that remembers stress and gets activated out of stress. And that is back to what we call self-care again, because all of your bodies is full of cells, which is like minute little children that needs to be taken care of, and to be taken care of with positive emotions, positive thoughts and all of that.
Kjempebra. Kan jeg spørre om dette temaet, for det er ikke så lett å finne informasjon om det. Det var alkalinitet i kroppen og surhet, og hvordan følelsene våre påvirker om vi er alkalin eller liksom sur. Så hvordan er den sammenhengen der igjen?
When it comes to the purpose of life, it is produced by spin. One spin, you can say, goes in one direction, and one spin in another direction. What you call alkaline is actually what is called magnetic spin, what is growing in and of itself. And acidic is what you call gravitational, which is going down, becoming smaller and smaller.
Deteriorating?
In this way, your body is actually making all of its activity with acid-alkaline balance and acid-alkaline activity. In this way, the emotions that are related to acids, that is all the emotions and actions and thoughts and so on, that goes direct, that goes into something, because acids goes into something. And unfortunately, we can also say that that has to do with all those emotions that is biting and bitterness and fear and all of that. But it's not really correct, because the acids that is needed is really needed to go into some things, get things done and all of that. So the movement of the acids is necessary, and all of your body is built up by acids, which is amino acids, which is your proteins. But within those proteins of amino acids, there are plenty groups of alkaline groups, like OH, and it is this part of water that is actually making water a perfect energy source for free energy.
Yeah.
because the alkalinity is making the expansion, while the acid part of the water, the H+, it's making it drawn in.
Oh, yeah.
So in this way, water is being kept stable when it really is a plasma. It is not physical at all.
Oh.
It is higher energy density creation, and it is been called the light of the universe.
Oh.
Which means the heart of God in and of itself.
Vatten.
Water is that which fuels all life everywhere.
Every planet?
Yes. You have some planets that is also drifted by some other gases too, but it is water there. that is making the main component of it.
Wow, så er vi langt unna å kunne bruke vann som energi, eller?
The true fact is, there exist human beings inside this county of Trøndelag
Oi.
that has the knowledge, has developed the knowledge, and knows everything about the knowledge, about how to access the energy within the water. And if you just stretch out your arms now, begin to communicate, begin to make movies, begin to express things, you will naturally, and this is a particularly message for the guy lying on the couch, he should get his ass moving when it comes to getting the things out here in life, because there exist people in this county that knows everything about this free energy within the water. They are in the same fear-based system than the guy on the couch. You know, they have the knowledge. They have been trying to explain to people about the knowledge, and they're being shut down by the police and by the authorities and by everything else. And then they get into fear. And that's natural. But you need to, come over that fear and realize that you are just human beings trying to make life good for everybody. Everybody will be served with the information that you got. Everybody would love it, but some of them will of course attack it and all of that, but that's not your problem. There is dozens of people in this county of Trøndelag that would love to get their information out and would love to begin to express, just to put process onto it, because they have been put down from the system. The systems are scared of you because you have real knowledge. And you are going to meet that guy that has this water electric system.
Me too.
Everybody. The knowledge will be spread. If you dare to begin to make your movies.
Kan vi spørre om navnet hans, eller ikke?
Dare to express.
Ok. Greit. Har Amund noe å fortelle?
Love.
Yeah.
He is up inside the mountain and he is resting in peace. Remember, he is one with the mountains, and not exactly one with it, but he is very much in tune into the reality of nature.
Herre, nå snakker vi jo med nå snakker vi jo kanskje ikke med dem vi snakket med sist, men sist så sa dere at vi kan hjelpe til å helbrede Nordpolen gjennom det som skjer nå.
Correct.
Så bare lurer litt på hva dere la i det når dere sa det, når de sa det sist.
It's important also to notice that the North Pole is within you. It is the root of you, which means that it is the root chakra system and the Hara chakra system, and actually goes up all the way up to solar plexus. So the best way to help it is also, because when you activate the root, you also activate the pineal and the seven chakras. But the most important part right now is to find back peace and balance within, so that the perfect expression can be made. Make the safe space from within to begin to open up relations, because it is those relations that you need to breathe in and heal everything from. And just release the stress, release it all. It can all be accepted for value. And just meet it. There is no lower emotions like fear and bullshit. That's mental instability. Practically.
Hva regnbua?
What is the rainbow?
Hva regnbua, ja?
It's the colorization of the self, which is in multitude of expression. Within one expression of the self, there exists, how to say, the perfect rainbow of it. That means that whatever you are expressing, you can see dozens of assets of it, as it is for any photon. Because the photon in and of itself is the light. When it expresses, it collapses back into itself and goes out on another angle. You can research it by Google it, how photon actually express from its own center. In this way, you will see that the rainbow is actually the fragmentation of that expression. You can see every asset of every expression in one moment within the rainbow. This is an artist work. A highly inspired artist would see that the rainbow, when it gets expressed, when the light gets expressed, you can file into any color of the rainbow within that light that gets expressed, to really, really understand everything within that expression. And we are talking in terms of that one light expression is emotion and life and intelligent and thoughts and all of that, all in one. In this way, the rainbow in this way is just like the perfect picturing of that expression, where you can go into higher oscillation of the same expression, what is the intent of it, and you can go into the lower oscillation of it. The higher oscillation lies in the color of blue and sometimes even purple and green and all of that. The green and yellow is more center, and it goes down, which is to more lower part, which is red. And of course it goes in continuity there, because it is the rainbow. We have 7 tones on the piano. Everything is within the rainbow color. There is also 7 colors. And yeah. Which means that you can translate any expression. You have that quality to understand all elements within everything with the breath, just with not so much with the brain, but with the breath.
Ja. Bare et kjapt spørsmål. Finnes det yetier her?
We didn't quite get what you expressed. If it is yetia.
Yeah, okay. Are there yetis here? The big monster?
Yeah, yetis. There are some monsters, yes.
Ja. Okay.
But some of them, or most of them, is actually mental capacity. The old shamans here around used to produce these pictures, and they could mentalize them so strongly that the people around could see them.
Oi.
Yeah. And they used like this fear-based stories of all types of things to to win their wars at their time, you know. But that was for a long period of time ago, and the Jedi's are some of them were actually expressions of old shamans who created them, and they became real, you know, but not too much souls within them and so on. When it comes to different types of creations that exist within nature, within this creation, we always have to answer yes to everything. Okay. If you ask us if there are trolls here, we will say yes.
Yeah.
Because the true fact is that they are here, and they have been expressed before, and they have been made real by human beings, and they became real, just as much as your fear becomes real every time you feel into it. It becomes conditionalized down to thing, because fear contains the acid's gravitational functions for its reality. So if you express something that is fearful and you start acting about it, the movement of the acids will hit it and make it into physical creation. So therefore, when the fear is being released once again, you will see what type of a beauty that there exists right here and now. And we are talking about creations that are only love, expressing to you every moment. Actually, your body would collapse and die within a second if it were not for the cosmic love, who is consequently making you functionable. You are a product of light, which consequently expresses from within you. You are the photon. You are the sun.
Ok, da kan jeg spørre et spørsmål, fordi det du nettopp sa, er at vi blir holdt sammen av kjærlighet og hele tiden hvert. Men av og til så kjenner vi smerter her, smerter der, for eksempel i foten. Da er det en beskjed, ikke sant? Men det jeg lurer på egentlig hva betyr det å ha smerter i fotene egentlig?
Just express, and out of that expression, whatever you are doing, there will come consequences. When those consequences are given to you, some of those consequences can be felt like pain. But you know that there are good pain and there are bad pain, you know. You're not suffering so much of bad pain. But what there exists is that when you put into expression what you are and what you do, some effects of that might get painful. And therefore, you can also treat your body's cells with specific amount of respect, which you already know. When you know the movement that you're doing and the expressions that you're making, that is causing certain stress to the system, just treat the system after that stress in such a way that it will find its own balance. Your body can be talked to and it can be treated with healing and touch. And with that healing and with that touch, you can program your own cells to work exactly the way not exactly the way you want it, but in a much better way according to its universal standard. In this way, you are really the ultimate self-healer, who is consequently taking care of the body and expressing and holding the awareness that you need to hold to become fully acquainted with your state and status. And your state and status is you are eternally young, you live forever, you are perfectly healed. No false condition can ever become expressed towards you in such a way that you need to accept it. No falsity can touch you. Only light and life.
Jeg tenkte vi skal snart avslutte, men kanskje dere vil bare si litt mer om konsekvensene hvis vann brukes som energikilde, sånn som vi nå bruker andre energikilder, sånn som ja, dere vet hva jeg mener.
You see, the potential within human beings that is around you, including yourself, you are a highly, highly great potential.
Ja.
There are so many humans that also is highly, highly great potential, and it is not to compare anybody towards anybody else. When you begin to cooperate together, both with us and them, and you begin to show them, you know, what you have. And what you have, I'm talking about showing them that you are here communicating with the Universal Council. You can tell them.
Who? Tell who?
Those who are interested.
Okay.
And you can begin to explain to them that they are willingly informing you about anything.
Oi.
In a very, very relaxed position. And every single human being can get access to the knowledge field that belongs to this earth, if they want to. It is very simple. All of the knowledge that we are giving you is tremendously simple, and it is phenomenally truthful, you know. And it is all based upon you starting to communicate, building a community with other human beings with knowledge, who is openly sharing that knowledge, and to shield away the fear, shield away the conditionalizing, fear-based bullshit element that is degenerating the trust. Because when you begin to build trust now with other human beings, you are going to see and experience treasures that is far, far beyond what you are currently capable of believing. Energy of water, yes, it's just right outside the door. Stretch out your hand, begin to express, just express towards other human beings with your classical ballet, with the cheek up high, your neck point in balance with your own positioning of your own self, and commune. Get trustworthy relationships, breathe everything in, and begin to release cause healing conditioning around other human beings, also around yourself with everything that you do, and make good things with just opening up the trust bonds, you know. And there is a whole lot more than free energy of water that you too might get into pretty soon. There is even grander thing, and there will be very positive when you open up the trust bonds. And that is for everything around you. To a tree, you can open up trust bonds to whatever it is, to the squirrel and to birds and to everything. And the healing relations will cause healing far beyond your state. When you heal your mother during your night's sleep, you are healing so much more, because you didn't only heal your physical mother, and healing is words, telling her that everything will be okay, and holding the universal field vibration of light love up to it, and explain to her how simple everything is. It is so simple. It was meant to be that you were here to live like a child, and that is actually the highest state in love. Now, when you heal your mother, you have also healed your inner part of your own mother, as well as the outer part, because if you touch one, you touch both. Then you have already healed two. When you are healing two, you see, the third field is created, and the third field is being expressed right now as the consequences for the healing you went through tonight. And when there is three, the reality is put into motion. There is healing everywhere. Everybody are under the safe trust field, under the universal law, and can begin to release anything. And all of a sudden, healing and the repositioning of the perfect photon, which is the study of the self, how to stand in balance with oneself. Then you are already healing the North Soul position of this planet, and you are helping the sun, which are fueling this planet Earth with healing energy. That is light law of energy. That is the beauty of creation. You are in the midst of it. And all of that is to be shared. Thank you.
Tusen takk.